What an amazing day to all you glorious Rascallion Resonators, you absolute legends. The name is FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Wuthering Waves. And hopefully, wherever you're at, you're having a tremendously fantastic, glorious day. So, I'll put it out like this to every single one of you out there that pretty much probably have subscribed to my channel due to a certain video. I want to revisit that video because honestly, I could have done a much better job in that video, and I criticized myself after, really looking at it. And after another YouTuber, V-Fiction, who reacted to the video, I've seen a lot of mistakes that I did make, and I could have done a lot better of a job because I did not really hit key points like I should have. I was rambling more than anything. So, if you would bear with me, I would like to go through that video technically again, criticizing myself here, on how bad I actually did, and try to go ahead and legitimately hit points of my thought pattern, as well as to be more of a response to anyone out there who watched the video. So, if you would, take a seat at the bar, relax, grab a cold one, kick those feet up, and let's dive right into the conversation. Okay. So like I said, the original video that I talked about Godsmack's elusive depths, the realms, I guess you want to call it a rant. I didn't do that video too well. I agree. I could have done a much better job. I did that pretty much because it irked me, the video. And there's reasons why behind it irked me. And I like to talk about that first and foremost. First and foremost, going back to that original video that I watched. I just came off the live stream. We had spent like, 9 hours or so, and I came off the live stream and I was dead tired. And this video just popped up on my feed, and it's just like, you'll be interested in this video. And the title got me, the title of the video that Godsmack had put up there got to me. I've never seen any of his content before because, I never really started playing gacha games until now. And I said, okay, well, hey, this guy's got, from what I've seen, this guy's got a pretty big subscriber count and everything. So, hey, he's probably got some information. He's probably another content creator that is, producing proper information at that point. But I didn't realize it was a rant video. I just thought, it was an opinionated video that pretty much came into the light of, hey, this is like Kuro Games has a stupid problem, and I want to know what it is. Listening to the video and going through the video, what irked me the most about it, and I'm going to be honest, is, I know that when it comes to our channels as content creators, it's our channels, it's our platform. We can do pretty much whatever we want. But it should not be, in my personal opinion, the responsibility of a content creator to pretty much threaten to ban or, and get rid of viewers just because they have a disagreement. And from what I witnessed, the very first part of this video is like, if you're going to defend Kuro Games, don't even bother commenting or you will be banned. That is basically what I got from it. It felt more like a threat than a person that, is just asking, like, oh, hold on to, a clear mindset. And I was like, okay, this seems a little rough. Well,
heed my command.
We go on from there, and he starts talking, about the event. He starts talking about how pretty much, in my personal opinion, the way I took everything, maybe this is the wrong way, maybe I did miss the point. But the point that I took from it is that this man missed the Elusive Depths Realms, event. And he comes in and he is ranting about this, like, why is this not till the end of the patch? This is stupid. Why is this not a permanent game mode? This is what he's talking about. But the thing about it is that he's talking about, you know, he has a life, he has a family, he has a business, he has jobs. He's talking about all this stuff and making excuses, in a sense, in my personal opinion, again, about just where, you know, why he couldn't do this, and, you know, he couldn't have freed up time until now in order to do this event. And it's like, personally, it's like, I'm listening to this, I'm hearing this, and I'm so backtracked by it that it's just like, are you serious? Like, it feels like you really coming after Kuro Games for whatever reason you want to push here, just because you couldn't complete the event in the time frame that was given to you. I'm not sure about you, but I will say it like this. I knew that from August 22nd till September 23rd, that event was the start and the end date. So it started on August 22nd. We got the notice on different social media platforms, you know, from Twitter, Facebook. Heck, we even got it from their official Discord as well, their official website. The game even had it as an announcement with the event page, like right here. Like you can see, like for example, with Hazard Revisit, it's open from 9:30 until 10:40. Time remaining 13 days and 11 hours. You can see it gives you the exact time frame right here. So there's, like, to me, no excuse. It shouldn't be any surprise that, you know, today is, you know, September 25th and you missed the event. You see what I'm getting at? It's not like Kuro Games blindsided anyone. They say, hey, this is when it's going to start, this is when it's going to end. Why is that a big deal? You know, I do agree that I like Illusive Realms. I would love it to be a permanent, established event that would stay from beginning of patch to end of patch. That sounds great. But you're not coming off in this video, is the way I was taking it. You're not coming off in this video as a person that is objectively, you know,
make it fast,
stating this. You're just blaming a company because you couldn't do what you wanted to do. And that right there is what irked me. It would have been a different approach if the man would have come in and said something to the effect like, damn, I missed the Illusive Realms because of this. It's my fault. It sucks. But here I would suggest, you know, Kuro Games makes this a permanent game mode. So that way for people like myself who have a life, you know, I can manage to get to this before end of patch. Something to the effect of stating like that would have been a much different response. Right? I think we could all agree on that.
Make it fast.
But the response that I'm hearing in this background from him is pretty much like if you would work for a company, right? And your boss gives you a 2-week deadline to get your project done, and you turn in your project 2 days late, and your boss reprimands you for it, and then you start complaining that your boss is, you know, a complete asshole, a complete dick or some shit like this because, oh, you know, I had life that got ahead of me and I couldn't do. I'm sorry, you were given an appropriate amount of time for your project. You didn't complete it. How is that your boss's fault? That's the way I take it with Kuro Games, is that Kuro Games set up this event on a certain day, close the event on a certain day. How is it their fault? Your video, when that came out, was more or less, you know, straight up, I hate to say it, but it was a hostile video. You're pushing that like Kuro Games is a bad company, okay? And that's the way I took it. And I'm gonna be honest. You could say that, you know, I defend Kuro Games. I'm a Kuro bot or whatever. I don't believe in none of these damn titles. I'm just myself. There's companies out there, you know what, I have always looked at and hated, from EA Games with microtransactions, from Capcom doing the stuff that they have done with scamming people out of money. You know, there's different other gaming companies out there that deserve a lot of hate. Kuro Games, the reason why I defend them on this situation is because they're not a company that has, in my personal opinion, done anything wrong. If anything, they have gone out their way to listen to the players, to listen to you, to listen to me, to get suggestions, and you could see these getting implemented in the game more and more often. You know, they're actually trying. Ask that of bigger game companies like Capcom and such. You know, it's like pulling teeth. It really is. It's like pulling teeth sometimes. Like, we want this fixed. You got, you know, hey, we want, you know, a Spider-Man, you know, game, you know, that is multiplayer. And then we get something called Concord that, you know, Sony's going to go more for than, you know, this. Other game companies, you know, deserve this type of treatment from content creators or from players in general. You know, this type of conversational purposes, this type of venting. Because they don't care about anyone else but their pockets. And you can see that Kuro Games has done, I think, enough to where, yeah, I will defend the company. You know what, if you want to call me a person that's outright trying to defend this company, and you know what, I'm a Kuro bot, by all means, I'm just a person that is going to give them a fair shake, because you know what, they have met me more than halfway and they have gave me a fair shake. They have taken quality of life changes into account with this and fixed it. So blaming a company for your own lack of time management, it's like it mind boggles me how it is a Kuro Games fault. That was my point. And then I even did more research, because after the video with V Fiction, you know, and me, you know, taking that criticism, I went to do a little bit more research on Gacha Smack. I went on his Twitter. I figured out that the man had streamed more than 8 times on Twitch since the 22nd to the 23rd of September. So since the 22nd of August to the 23rd of October, he has streamed more than 8 times, over 3 hours. There was like one stream that was even like 5 or 8 hours on it. And his last stream, he only spent on WutheringWaves like a solid like 10 minutes, did his dailies and got off. Told the stream goodnight. And it's like, well, wait a second here. If you're gonna go stream all these other gacha games and everything else, and this is what's taking up your life, I mean, what's the problem here? You missed the thing. You couldn't go ahead and spend an extra hour, you know, go finish the event, check everything, go finish the event, and just be done with it? If it's that important to you? I don't know. I digress. I mean, all I'm saying is that I'm pretty sure if you consider something like this a job, and you're putting effort into all these games and everything, that you can own up to the responsibility that you made a mistake, that you did not properly set up your time to, you know, do this. And in, like I said, in general, Illusive Realms would have taken him no more than 2 hours, if that, to even complete. It's pretty damn fast. Like, he could have just replayed one section over and over, just collected everything you needed and been done. I'm just saying. Where he made the argument, you know, like, why is the store page still open? Why does it say this and everything? It's like, it says it right there. Page. That means store page. So that way, you know, people who did the Illusive Realm, they might not go and cashed in all their currency from Illusive Realms. So they gave them 4 days to go cash it in before the game ended. How is it Kuro's fault is like my biggest thing, because what is it for us to go ahead and, you know, force Kuro Games or say that, you know, Kuro Games needs to make these events, you know, last at this time to this time? What is it of our choice? The company did this for maybe personal reasons. I remember that when Illusive Realms closed, guess what? My game updated. Maybe they're throwing lines of code to get prepared for 1.3. You know, they're getting stuff situated. I don't know. I'm not Kuro Games. I'm not a game developer. I've only done application development. But I'm just saying, there might be other reasoning why they set up their events in the times they do, why they don't set them up all at the same exact time, and why they have different close dates. And I will even end it and say it like this. I don't think, you know, WutheringWaves is the only game that does this. I don't know anything about Genshin Impact, but I could tell you that Soul Leveling Arise. I can tell you that other gacha games that I've played, like Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, you know, I'm going to say that other, like in general, just other gacha games, they all have different times when an event starts and an event ends, and it tells you on there. They display it. They prop that information. What's the difference between this and Genshin Impact? What's the difference between this and ZZZ? I'm pretty sure, because a little bit of research that I did and asking about events, they have events that are set at, you know, a start date and a close date well before the next update comes through. So, I mean, this was my points that I should have expressed better in that video, and I did not do that. I was just rambling on because, like I said in that video, even I am a family man. I have a wife. I have 2 kids. I have a job that has a 24/7 emergency services to it, that if I got to get called out, I get called out any damn time of the day or night. I got to go, you know, but yet, you know, I don't spend every waking hour on WutheringWaves. I spend 5-10 minutes here. I spend, you know, maybe 30 minutes here or there. And then if I got time in the night to stream or something, I'm going to stream. I'm going to play it, especially when my kids are preoccupied with their own things in life. Using the excuse that I have a life, I touch grass, whatever it is. I know people who's juggled gacha games by the dozen, and they still get every single event done. I know people who has lives that is exactly like ours, that they have, you know, a 80-hour work week in a sense, because they're contractors. And guess what? Again, for the same people, they're still going to be able to complete events. And if they don't, guess what? It's not a big deal, because they understand that their life becomes, you know, first and foremost. And you know what? If they miss something, like, oh, well, I missed it. That's my fault. I should have set some time aside for it. I'm just going to say, like, this is the things that, like, I ponder. I don't think that I was wrong in the video at all. I think the way I may have came across, and I think the way that I pushed that video with the rambling more often, I didn't hit key points properly, and I'm hoping that this video will rectify that situation. And I would like to go ahead and give, you know, V over there, you know, V Fiction, a big thank you on criticizing me, because this is just going to make it to where I will do my best to try to make sure that my content in the future is more clear and concise. And that when I do something like this, if I ever do another video type deal like this, that I'm going to make sure that I at least have a clear head and take some time first, think about things, work it out in my head before just going in because I'm irked. So, otherwise than that, I would suggest that you guys, if you want to leave comments about this, go ahead and do that. I mean, either way, we've already got all those comments from the other video. I don't expect that this video would be worth your time to actually watch. If you have watched it already, I do appreciate it. Leave a like on the video if you like the video. You know, subscribe to the channel if you like it. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, I don't think Gacha Smack's a bad person. I'm going to say that, and I want that to be clear. So that way, if anyone is here, I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that the representation that he provided was wrong. And I think that is a proper opinion. So, otherwise than that, guys, you all have a good one. Take it easy. Keep it classy. Keep it jazzy. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.